Hello. Just want to talk about some serious stuff today. Remember when I got my head bashed in from behind? Some very heavy metal object swung at the side of my head from behind, which should have really caused at least fractured my skull or some sort of brain damage. I've had other kick-ins before that I haven't remembered, where they've completely bashed my brain in two. But this one was after me questioning someone I know to be in the in Noisy Neighbours into the mind. They're partying out there. I've got the window shut too. Into the mind control business. This person, I won't say if it's a he or a she, I questioned them on it, and I said, "You've been putting people into hypnotic trances," because I witnessed it with my own eyes, because they assumed that I was in a trance for some reason or another, like through a trigger word or something. I've been conditioned by them anyway. So they assumed I was also in a trance. But anyway, I questioned them on it, and I said, you've been mind controlling people, haven't you? You've been using hypnotism, basically. I don't know if the use of scopolamine was involved or whatever, but I've seen how it works, basically. And I questioned the person on it, and she, I said the thing. Well, there's two of them, so it doesn't matter anyway. She admitted to it, and she, I think they'd known before that I'd witnessed what they're doing, and what they have done, and goodness knows how long they've been doing it to people. But because I knew, and because I'd found out about it, and because I feel I'm quite morally righteous, and that they're probably afraid of me getting it all out into the open of part of this targeting scheme, because this is part of the targeted individual scheme through criminal networks that know a lot about psychology, basically psychopaths that know a lot about psychology. So after that, I think it was the same day I went for a long walk, and I got the big crack and the broken ankle. So yeah, they know. Clicking in the ears, it's strange. They know that I know part of how this works, how this scheme works, from a side point. And also, this same person, because the reason I'm bringing this up is because people keep telling people to join a church, and that'll save them from all this. Well, this person goes to church all the time and visits lots of different churches. So you can spread gossip or whatever in the churches, feed bad information about people through the church. So some people are going to be quite susceptible. Oh, this person's really bad, we'll have to watch out for them, that sort of thing. So, in effect, you going to join a church, if you're susceptible to gossip and you listen to gossip about people or things, you could basically be part of a gang stalking network or organised theatrics network. The same goes for if you join a certain class. It's the same with cults. It's the same with any group can be manipulated in that way if there are people like that within the group. So what I'm saying is, and a lot of people are not going to like this, is I follow no religion, and I go to no church, and I think Christians, Muslims, whatever religion could be manipulated into this organised stuff. I also know Hindus have been involved with my organised theatrics too. Only because of the dot on the head. Well, I assume it's a Hindu religion, but this was from a. Well, I don't want to go into the details because I don't want to expose who they are or whatever. But this is a crazy scheme, man, and it's been covered up so well. And these people are in with the police, or they must be for it to have been going on for so long. And the warnings you get when you find out that this stuff is happening are broken bones, basically, smashed in the skulls. I've had an attempt at the right side of my skull quite a few times. So maybe they want to break that part of my working brain because it works on facial recognition. I don't know, but no, I've seen it done. I've seen people in hypnotic trances and been basically whispered words out of the room. I've been out of the room, but I've seen, and they'll be down with their head down like that, listening to what they're being told. Now, this stuff is evil. This is real big mind control stuff. And it makes me wonder, is it going on in every city, in every town? What's going on? And why aren't the police, who are supposed to be on our side, doing all about it? Why are the police involved with our organised harassment? You see, I'm on a line here where I'm not in the criminal world, but I'm not in the sort of the law-abiding world either, because both sides are corrupt, morally corrupt. So I'm in my own little world. I'm outside of both their boxes. But I've seen what can be done, and that's why the whole attack happened. I was very calm after the attack, though. I walked to the people in question's house, not assuming it was them for some reason. I was about to go. I've just been attacked. And I saw this big tall bloke with a big heavy metal object pacing up and down, and he was screaming, "You come in this house, and I'll finish you off," and all this. And I was still quite calm. I had a bad ankle. Well, I just thought it was bad, but it was broken. So I sort of just limped off. I thought, there's no way I can fight at the moment anyway. Limped off, and then some ambulance or police came, stopped by me and said, we've seen that you've been hurt. Is everything okay? I can't remember what I said to the police, but I didn't report anything because I didn't really remember what was going on. I was dazed and confused. When you've been hit with a bloody massive metal ornament, you're bound to be dazed and confused, even the next day. And apparently the police came around the next day. But I've said nothing because I know these people are mixing with the police. and I don't know how high up it goes. I don't know if it's like to the CID. I don't know if it goes up to bloody MI5, MI6 sort of level. But in order for this whole organised theatrics and gang stalking thing to work, it's got to be covered completely all the time. Now, why the heck hasn't it been exposed if there isn't MI5 or MI6 involved with it? And they might not have involvement with that sort of area of it, but they must know it's going on. And this is human experimentation. This is full-on mind control, what they're doing to people. I mean, they're obviously using the women. People miss time, don't they? A lot of targeted individuals miss time, like out of their lives, like 4 hours at a time or 5 hours. Well, if you're a beautiful woman, watch your drinks. Don't take any sort of spray off anyone if someone offers you, like, to test out a spray in the street or anything like that. Because within them 4 hours' time, you could have been raped or anything. And I mean, the same goes for me. Or they could use you to beat someone to death, or to kill someone, or that. I mean, that's extreme levels, but you know what I mean. Or you could just be used as someone that gets in the way of someone else, causes something else to happen somewhere else. So the criminal world, right, and the opposing, the law-abiding world are both corrupt. So where are we targeted individuals in all of this? I've never called the police. I've never bothered with calling the police with any details or anything. My mum has before, but never called the police. So it's a right hard thing, and I'm thinking about what to do, and I'm going to do something very serious. Nothing. I'm not going to go killing anyone or out like that, so don't, if any psychiatrists or doctors are watching this, don't think that. Just believe what I'm saying. This shit is going on, and it's been going on for a long, long time. I'm going to have a sip of Coke, sorry for advertising. So I've witnessed it from the inside, and these other guys who I know, who are a bit murky anyway, I don't think they've got a clue. Or if they have got a clue, they're allowing themselves to go through all that abuse and slavery, basically, when we're not slaves. I know I'm certainly not a slave, but that's how we're obviously seen by these people. So it's really, really messed up. And yeah, I wish he'd have just come up with his hands facing me and said, "Do you want to fight?" But I mean, it's corruption through the highest levels down. But this is just one side of this corrupted pyramid. But like I've said, well, I think I said in this video, these people are going to churches, so all sorts of rumours could be spread. You don't know how these, if you're having rumours spread about you, are being spread, but they're being spread through different networks. So church could be one of them, mosque could be one of them, a class you go to, an art class you go to could be one of them. I don't go to an art class, I do my own stuff. Even a gym, because people all meet together and get together. I don't go to a gym, I do my own weights. So I'm a complete loner, completely. But I'm still quite a happy geezer, it's funny. I am quite a happy geezer. I feel very lucky, but what these people are doing, it's not right. It's not on. And the people at the top must know there's this targeting crap going on. And some of the poor targeted individuals that I've spoken to, I don't want to use names because they might not want me using their names. One I've spoken to today, he's going through hell. You can feel it in his writings that he's upset. He's sad, like really sad that this is going on, and he's getting it a lot more extreme than me. Obviously, I haven't been out barely at all with this broken ankle, and if I do, I'm going quite fast on the crutches. Plus, if someone does do something, I can rush up to them on my crutches and say, "Did you just say something to me?" And then if I was to get into a fight on the old crutches, hold on, a disabled man's just being attacked here, so but now I've said that can't be done, I suppose. So I shouldn't have said it. But no, this scheme, it's horrendous, and the only way of stopping it is because people aren't going to believe us. People don't believe us. I've got quite a few people to believe me. Eventually, it's taken me lots of time in order to get them to believe me, and lots of sort of logical thinking, lots of holding my cool from getting annoyed at the questions that continuously get answered. People go, "But why? Well, how?" Well, I don't really know. This thing's been going on. You tell them what's happened to you, but they want to know why, how, and all these other reasons. So I've said on my other video, I think the best thing to do is you find out about as much corruption in this world as you can, going on with our governments, going on with our these private companies, and you let people know, and you're showing them how corrupt these things are and how corrupt we are, selling weapons to Saudi Arabia, one of the most repressive, cruelest countries in the world, especially to their women, and doing the same, and America's doing the same, and we're not questioning any of that. No one questions anything. So we need to get people to question things. All TIs, all targeted individuals, need to get people to question things. We need to show our faces on camera. I know you see me on my first video, I'm right shaky. I am a nervous wreck, but I've got used to the camera thing now. Like a superstar, 100 views or whatever, Get your face on camera, make sure it's seen, tell bits of your story, the logical bits. Leave out any of the stuff that's just going to sound crazy to people, because that's where all these disinformation agents come in, and the internet is littered with it. It's full. There's more disinfo than there is proper info, and I trust myself and the odd few other channels. I would name them, but I don't know if I'd be allowed to name them or not, and I can't remember all the names. But some of these big ones that are getting hundreds of thousands of views, fuck off, man. Sorry for the swear word. They're ridiculous. They're not. They're just filling your minds with a bit of truth and then a load of disinformation. Most of this stuff that is done to us is through psychology, right? Through very clever psychology. Just pretend you've seen Darren Brown on TV. Well, let's just say there's hundreds of thousands of him working behind the scenes at the top, teaching different people different techniques to control us. Teaching criminals this, teaching teachers that, psychology teachers that. So I bet you there's psychology teachers that don't have a clue about half of the stuff that can be used to get your mind under control. Plus, with the criminal element, there's going to be drugs involved. Scopolamine, Rohypnol, any sort of drug that's going to knock you out. Drugs that can make you completely appear normal, completely compass mentis, but have you under full mind control and erase your memory. The military's been working on drugs like that for such a long time. So this is like an MK Ultra-esque thing that is still going on. They didn't tell you how they got everyone involved with MK Ultra then. They're not telling. There's no videos telling people how everyone gets to be put involved now. All I can give is the best explanation I can now about what I've seen and what I've witnessed with my own eyes. And this is some corrupt, crazy shit. This video is long, and I'm sorry about that. If you get bored, put me on 2.0 so you can hear me speak real fast. On the little settings at the bottom. And it's quite funny sometimes. I like doing that. I'll just have another sip of Coke. Because the brain gets tired when you're thinking about all these things. And I think I've been given brain damage. Only slightly. I think I've got slight brain damage. Not from that last knock, but from the tremendous beating I got before I went to jail. And it was just a head beating. I had no broken ribs or out like that. It was just my head had been beaten left, right and centre. And I couldn't. I was in a hospital wing in the prison for quite some time, but once I was off the hospital wing, I still couldn't walk in a straight line. I was that dizzy. I think it took months for my head to sort of get back to its normal way of thinking, but then I'm still slower than usual. And I don't like to big myself up too much, but I'm a very fast mover. I used to be a very fast speaker, but I'm a very fast mover. I can, that's probably one of my skills. That's why I'd like to do a separate channel while I'm still talking. A separate channel on some fitness videos on how to defend yourself, stuff like that. I boxed for quite some time. I learnt a bit of jiu-jitsu. I did kickboxing for a couple of years. I know quite a bit about self-defense, and I can punch pretty darn well. What else? I'm a qualified gym instructor, so I can help you with if any of you targeted individuals wanted to burst off this evil adrenaline that keeps pumping through us continuously. Sorry, they keep putting me off, these neighbours being right noisy. I'm going to go down there and join them in a minute. See how they like that. Right, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm a qualified gym instructor, but I haven't used that ever because anxiety issues, really. I wouldn't like to teach a full class of people. But if I do a video on it, I won't be subconscious, and I can show you good ways of doing press-ups for building certain muscles better than others and stuff like that, you know. Like if you want to build your triceps up more or your biceps up more, or whatever muscles in your body. I can name you every muscle and every bone in the body. So I'm knowledgeable in some ways. So I'll do another channel on that once my leg gets better, and if I haven't been killed off by them. And I hope you're all okay, and I hope you're all doing really well. But like I say, this thing is corrupt, and it's probably best this video gets out to as many people as possible and is shared as many times as possible, if that would be possible from any of you. Thank you, and subscribe and like.